Out in Berkeley, were talking. You met Leonard Campagno.
Yeah, no. So this was actually one of the most, memorable days in a long life. And I'm going to try to abbreviate it a little bit because a lot happened on that particular day. But Leonard had this lab over in Tiburon. And Tiburon, is an absolutely beautiful place. Just gorgeous, gorgeous spot. And then there's this little marine lab that's just basically down on the waterfront. And I guess it was a coaling station originally or something, but it had been converted to this environmental center. And there were Quonset huts there off the parking lot. And do you remember Leonard's Quonset hut?
Oh yeah, well, if I just fill people in, that was originally they were military barracks during World War II. It was a military station. Then it got converted over afterwards, and Leonard had taken over one of the military barracks there. That was his lab, and it was part of the San Francisco State University Marine Lab. And I think Noah Fisheries had a little office, and there was these empty barracks, and Leonard took one over. And just so people know, Tiburon is in Marin County, which is probably one of the most expensive, exclusive neighborhoods in the country. Anyway, so he had this guy here who just finished his degree at Stanford, living in a Quonset hut, basically. So
it was truly memorable because the Quonset hut was divided into 4 rooms, as I recall. One of the rooms was his office, and he was a terrific collector of literature. And so the walls were just covered with books. And then behind that, on that side of the Quonset building, was his series of 55-gallon drums filled with dissection specimens. Is that what you recall?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Then on the other half of the Quonset hut, he had a garage for fixing his car.
Which was a little black Volkswagen Bug.
That's what I'm remembering. I was pretty sure it was a Bug. And then he had his drawing and photographic work in the sort of back half of that. So he'd dissect, I guess, over there and use his equipment to make photographs and drawings. That what you recall?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. I knew the place well.
Yeah. So the reason why I was visiting him is because I had a colleague and friend, Gareth Nelson from the American Museum of Natural History, who was an informal mentor of mine during graduate school because there were no really great fish systematists at Cornell at the time. But Gareth was one of the best in the world. He was really, really, I had so much fun with him. And he said, let's go over and visit Leonard. So that's the reason we did it. And the reason Gareth wanted to visit Leonard was because Leonard had figured out how to do cladistics on his own on the West Coast. And Gareth had brought, methodology from Sweden back from his postdoc there to the American Museum of Natural History when he took his curatorship there in the late 60s. So this is really like for Gareth, he wanted to figure out how did Leonard learn about this and how did he apply his flavor of phylogenetic systematics to questions about relationships of elasmobranchs. And it's really actually a very interesting story from the perspective of the history of phylogenetic systematics because there are lots of different opinions about how to proceed, and Leonard was sort of in his own space. And it was really exciting to be there and to sort of witness this little piece of phylogenetic systematics history.